Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Blanco the Slime, and it's time for your best things to buy in GTA Online this week. And we're just going to get straight into the meat and potatoes. We're not even going to beat around the bush or nothing like that. It's a pretty good week this week, bro. We got double money on all the FIB files in the Garment Factory. For those of you who don't know, that is the new business that, of course, dropped not too long ago, probably 2 or 3 months ago now at this point. And I will tell you, man, on double money, this is a very good business. As you can see, the priority file is worth just under 630,000. It's like 612. And then you could do the challenges for the extra 50K. And then, of course, all the other 3 files are also going to be double money, all coming in just over 300,000. All 4 of these files realistically should only take you about anywhere from half an hour to 40 minutes tops, but some of them even could take like 20 minutes. Specifically, the fine art file is a very easy one. So the fact that that's the priority, file this week is dope. Me personally, man, I really like doing these. I think they're really fun. So the fact that they are on double money is really cool. And of course, before we get into the rest of the video, I do just want to take 1 second, hit that like and sub if you want consistent GTA content. Of course, I do make consistent GTA content. I do make these types of videos every week, kind of going over the best things you should get into in GTA Online. So if that is something that interests you, hit that like and sub, and let's continue with the video. Now, as you could have guessed, based on what the double money is this week, the business is on sale, man. We got Garment Factory on sale, 30% off. Now, you can't see it on my screen because I already purchased it. But honestly, the Garment Factory, I believe, costs 1.5 mil. So at 30% off, it should be maybe just over a tick over $1 million. And honestly, for that money, bro, you're going to make it back just by completing one priority file. Then also one of the regular ones, you're pretty much making the money back. So we talking about like in an hour, bro, pretty much within 1 hour to 2 hours tops, you should be able to make your money back on this business. And on top of that, it's a pretty good business. You get, garage space. You get access to the FIB files, which are double money this week. They are very, very fun. In my opinion, some people don't like them. I really, really like them. And on top of that, you get a space to, store your terabyte and also equip it with the master control terminal. So I definitely recommend getting a Garment Factory 100%. But let's move on into some sales at 30% off. We do have the Outlaw. We also have the Sultan RS. So the Sultan RS is pretty cool. Honestly, I can't recommend the Outlaw, but I can recommend the Sultan RS. Personally, I think it's pretty dope, and it's not that expensive on sales, coming in at just over 550K. And it does have a lot of customization. I believe they added new customization to it not too long ago compared to the older version of it, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, let's move on into our next sale. We have the Asterope GZ under 400K. Can't really recommend this one though. It's nothing really too special here, so honestly we could pass. And then we of course have the Grotti X80 Proto. Also can't really recommend this one. It's under 2 million on sale, but it's still a really shitty car, to be honest with you. Definitely skip it. And then also for the Vision 1.5 mil on sale, but I can't really recommend this one either. The performance absolutely sucks. And then of course we have the Brioso 300 coming in at under 500K on sale. The trade price is 319. This car honestly is garbage. Even if you do the Benny's version of it, it's still not good. Out of all of these cars that are on sale so far, I'd probably say the Vision is the only one I'd get. And then also next up, we have the Chavos V6, of course, one of the newer vehicles, coming in at just under $1 million for a Honda Accord is crazy, but I can recommend it. It is pretty cool. It looks very realistic. And then of course, we have the classy Mamba coming in at under 700K. Definitely recommend that one for that price. And then we have the Albany Brigham. Can't really recommend this one. It looks really ugly. Unless you're into these type of cars, by all means go for it. I personally would not recommend it. But let's move on down to the Casino. I don't remember the name of this car, but it is based off like a Mazda like RX-7, I believe, or something like that. So if you're a fan of like the first Fast and the Furious movie, I believe this is the car that Vin Diesel had. I might be wrong about that though, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know too much about like the older Japanese cars. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Maybe you guys could correct me in the comments down below, but I believe that's based off of Mazda RX-7. But let's go ahead and spin the wheel. We don't know the name of the car, but it looks pretty cool. I believe that's Vin Diesel's car from Fast and the Furious 1. So we're gonna go ahead and spin the wheel. I usually always get clothing whenever I do these live. I never get the car, but we're gonna see what we get. It's gonna be clothing. You can't be serious, bro. Why is it that every single time I do one of these live for one of these, weekly videos that I do, I always get clothing? But anyway, if you want that car, go down to the casino, spin the wheel, try to get it for free. Next up, we have this, again, I don't know the name of this car, but it's not great from what I heard. A lot of people, I did see a lot of feedback that this car in the prize ride this week does suck. But if you are interested in getting this like low rider pickup truck looking thing, then by all means go ahead. I personally don't care for the car, so that's why I don't know the name of it. To me, it just looks atrocious. Now, a car that I do know and that I do recommend getting is this Hakuchu Drag as the HSW test track, but do not buy it here because it will be more expensive. You could just buy it off the website. It is going to be more expensive here because it already comes with the upgrades, but definitely get the Hakuchu Drag, put the HSW, upgrade on it, and that will help you get the HSW time trials done like a piece of cake. Now let's move on to our regular test track vehicles. We have the Dubachi Rapid GT and the Dubachi Masacro, and to be honest, I recommend both of these Dubachi vehicles right here, preferably the one in the middle. It is a little bit better performance-wise, I believe. And then also here we have the Valerion. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'll just let you guys do the honors. I'll leave it right there on the screen. The Bravado, Valerion, Valeria, I have no idea. But the car sucks. It looks really ugly. I do not recommend the car to the right. We'll just keep it simple. The car to the middle and the left, the silver and the blue one, thumbs up. The green car all the way to the right, thumbs down. This one right here, well, honestly, I think I'm going to just buy it. I like this car a lot, and it only costs $275K. This is a must buy, man. This is a classic OG GTA vehicle. It still performs pretty good. And it won't win you any races or anything like that, but it's a cool car. For $275K, you really can't go wrong. I can't find my Eclipse Boulevard garage. There it is. Okay, we sent it to the Eclipse Boulevard garage. I fuck with it, man. This car is dope. I think that's a good buy. For $275K, you really can't go wrong. Now let's move on down to Simeons. But moving on down to Simeons, we do have the Ennis Stafford. Now, personally, I really like this car. A lot of people aren't really too big of a fan of it, but me personally, I think if you're into luxurious cars and kind of like mafioso style cars and stuff like that, this one is kind of a staple in the game. You can kind of role play as like a 1960s mob boss, whatever you want to do. But the Ennis Stafford, in my opinion, is very, very clean, bro. And honestly, I could definitely suggest buying it. Pretty sick car. And doesn't really cost that much either. So I could definitely recommend the Ennis Stafford. Now, one that I can't recommend in Simeons this week is this Hot Rod. Now, this thing kind of looks like a lawnmower. It looks like a lawnmower on coke, if I'm being honest with you. But can't really recommend this car. Nothing too special about the Hot Rod. Honestly, we could just move on. Next up, we have the Ocelot Lynx. Now, this used to be, like, at one point, like one of the fastest cars in the game before HSW, before the expanded and enhanced version of GTA. Like, the Ocelot Lynx used to be one of the top tier cars in its class in terms of races and just performance in general. But honestly, nowadays, it really fell behind on the totem pole, and I really can't confidently recommend it. If you're really a fan of the Ocelot Lynx, then by all means, go ahead. But you could also just buy it from the website for cheaper without all those customizations. So if you are going to get it, just get it on the website. Next up, we have the Ratuni. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'll just leave it up right there on screen. You guys can see the name. Personally, I can't give my opinion on this car. I've never owned it, never drove it, never customized it, never been inside of it. So I will not give my opinion on something that I've never experienced. So we'll just go ahead and leave this one up to you guys. If you like the car, I guess get it. But I don't know much about the car, so I really can't give an opinion on it. Unfortunately, I just got to keep it a buck. But let's move on to the last vehicle. At Simeons, we do have the Grotti Stinger. Honestly, the Stinger is pretty good. It's, again, like a classic vehicle. So if you're into those type of cars, this one is definitely one for you. I'm kind of neutral. You could get it, you can not get it. It's not on sale, so I probably wouldn't get it. It's really nothing too special. Not too many good options this week in Simeons, unfortunately. Simeons sometimes got the heat, but this week, Simeons do not got the heat. Hopefully, we get a better lineup at Simeons next week, because this week was definitely a little underwhelming. Besides that Ennis Stafford, that's gas. But anyway, let's move on to the salvage yard. No claimable vehicles, of course, as per usual. Are they ever going to give us claimable vehicles again in this business? Like, does anybody even use this business anymore? Let's just move on, man. The time trial is this week. This is the location of your regular time trial. It does pay $100,000. So I definitely suggest getting these done. They take 2 minutes of your time. It's one of the easiest ways to make $100,000 in game. And for the HSW time trial, the location is going to be right over here. So this is your HSW time trial location. This pays 250,000. And as I mentioned earlier, you should use that Hakuchu drag for these. It makes doing these time trials an absolute breeze. I definitely highly recommend getting the Hakuchu drag with the HSW upgrade in order to do these every single week. Trust me, it will make your life 1,000 times easier. But that does wrap up our video for this week on best things to buy in GTA Online. Again, if you made it all the way to the end of the video, of course, hit that like and sub button. It takes 1 second of your time and it really helps the channel grow and how the video performs in the YouTube algorithm. Again, I do make consistent GTA content, and every single week I do these, like best things to buy, where I pretty much give my input on what you should buy, shouldn't buy, and also what you should be investing your time in money-wise. Which, speaking of, I also do a best way to make money weekly series, so that will be coming out either tomorrow or Sunday. So definitely keep a lookout for that. And obviously, hint, hint, it's gonna include probably the FIB files, if you couldn't tell, because of course that is the best way to make money this week. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys, and until the next video, peace out, boys.